Hi, my name is Tiana Atapatu for Story of Fashion magazine, here with Laura Sultan from Designs by Nature Gems. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for coming here and seeing the studio.
Yeah, it's lovely. Actually, we just wanted to know to begin with, what has inspired you to create jewelry?
So it's an interesting story. All my jewelry line's based around crystals and stuff. So essentially healing vibes, crystals, positive vibes, which we're going to talk about later. And then what really got me into it actually was when I was a teacher.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was a teacher for 10 years. 4 of those years was in New Zealand when I started making jewelry. And it was my way of de-stressing after working. I worked with at-risk youth. So that was always my specialty. And I taught math and science because I'm logical and creative. So it made sense to me that someone who's creative can teach math. You're more likely to help out more people, hopefully, or at least teach them math is not evil. One of the two. I'll answer that, the latter. But that's actually why I did it. And I enjoyed it. I love students. I just got burnt out based in bureaucracy. But the beginning of that was me looking for stress relief. So I went into like a crafting beading store, and they were teaching how to do a very simple wire wrap, and they were teaching how to do wire crochet.
So do you mind if I try on one of your pieces?
Absolutely. Cool. So this is a lapis lazuli piece. Here, take a look before I put it on.
Oh wow, it's beautiful. It's really like intricate.
So this is all wrapped to the main cage, and the woven part's actually at the top in the detail, and I wove in glass seed beads of various types to create like a depth, essentially is what I was going for. It's Afghani lapis, so it's a very specific type of lapis found in this world. And then on top of it, every stone's different. So this one has a teardrop shape. Some of them I make are circular. It really depends.
Wow. So no one will ever have the same stone.
Nope, no one at all. They're all very unique. Yeah. So here, let me put it on. So just gonna go around you like this.
In terms of Toronto lifestyle, how do you think jewelry contributes to improving our lives or making a difference?
I think jewelry is highly symbolic. So there's many aspects to anything. So for example, like this ruby piece I wear it to special events where I'm doing something new or I'm doing something that's heavily meaningful to me. So I call it a talisman, going into the spiritual aspect. But it also is like a favorite piece for special events. So it's like I know when I go to a special event what my main piece will be every time. And then like other times, like if I just feel like playing around or I feel like playing more with fashion, you may see me with like leather wrap bracelets or things like that. So it's an aspect of being playful for me and seeing jewelry in the Toronto. Also, people do identify with it. Like it's a big part, at least most clients who come my way do. So they'll look at the stone and they may be looking for a certain color or a certain vibe. Usually they do ask about the spiritual aspects. But even if they don't, they're still like, for example, mini charms, I have a lot of those on my website. That's very popular in Toronto. That's a Toronto vibe. So I have a whole unicorn line that came from a Toronto vibe. I have these moons that are on Instagram and Facebook. They come from the Toronto vibe. So Toronto itself has a vibe too for the lines that fit it. So it's like a really cool story of like...
to add to it.
Yeah. So it represents Toronto, and then Toronto helps shape it. My work's changed since I began, so you will see more of the city flair in my work, interesting enough.
And your jewelry evolves as Toronto evolves.
Yeah,
That's
it does.
Amazing.
It's really cool to see. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you.